No, the hair does not disappoint. Lotto challenge. I am doing the Ultra Lotto challenge. If you saw me in my last video, I talked about I'm gonna let the Lotto pick every Pokemon on my team. Who's the next Pokemon? Nickit. No. Alright, so we get 2 new Pokemon in this one. Who's the next one gonna be? Okay, so I have to search for that. What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? Berserker. Okay. Okay. I'll take it. I guess I will take it. So what do we got here, though? I actually forgot to grab the team picture, so I'll include that in the next Dialga video. But this is a Dialga Trick Room team that I put together, and it is not bad. I don't know why I keep making Trick Room teams, probably just because I like a lot of the Pokemon you can use in Trick Room more than the regular Pokemon. But my idea with this Trick team, and I guess kind of the last one a little bit, was like, try to use Pokemon that you can actually use outside of Trick Room, so that even though this is a hard Trick Room team, it's technically also a soft Trick Room team, because like every Pokemon on the team is really good in Trick Room, and their IVs, or like, yeah, their IVs are like set to the right way to make that so. Or EVs, I guess. So they're all tailored towards Trick Room, but they can all be really good outside of Trick Room too. A mistake that I made here. So, I mean, I didn't even necessarily make a mistake. It's just that they actually flinched me. And if I didn't flinch, this could have gone a lot differently. But what I could have actually done is just straight Dynamaxed on turn 1 and Max Starfall the Hatterene, or whatever it's called. Or, I mean, yeah, you know what I'm trying to say. Words. I could have G-Max Spite, or whatever they call it, to the Moltres. I think that would have been the best move. It would have set off their, like, billion-time bonus or whatever. It might have one-shot the Moltres. I don't think it would have, like, really low chance. But I think Dynamaxing Hatterene that turn would have actually been my best choice. They don't protect either. I guess that's not, I mean, I could have expected that. I think even though it would have set off all their bonuses and whatever, G-Max Resonance into the Moltres would have been really nice this time, just because Moltres can be such a problem. I have Assault Vest Dialga, and it works. I mean, I'll say that. It definitely works. Like, weakness policy would be nice at times, I'm not gonna lie about that. But like, alright. I had Hatterene just like, I don't get the use out of it that I would like to. And I gave it the weakness policy. So I don't know. I feel like the one change that I want to make on this team that I will possibly make before I send out the rental code is that I want to put safety goggles on Lapras so that it can't be spored or anything like that. So we've wasted a lot of time. We have wasted some time and taken some damage. And now we're getting snarl spams. So as you can imagine, that first one didn't go well. But I usually only show one loss per video. So that means we're in store for some action here. Let me actually pause it so you guys can see the team. So yeah, we have Assault Vest Dialga, Weakness Policy Hatterene. So I had, Scope Lens Lapras at this point, and then I put Leftovers on it. I do think Safety Goggles could be nice too, but maybe Weakness Policy Lapras is the move as well. Let me know what you think. Focus Sash and DD. Porygon 2 comes in clutch on this team. And so does Vikavolt. I mean, Vikavolt is the Dynamax. Let's just say that, okay? Like, the boy's a champ, even though it's a girl. This guy's dabbing. And so after that first loss, I was like, oh, god dang it, Indeed, Hatterene, like, I'm gonna get this next win and not even use them. So what do? They send out Ice Horns and the boy, Regieleki. And in my head, I was like, I mean, let's be honest, Dynamax and Vikavolt would be great. No one's lying about that. Do I want to try Dynamax and Dialga? Yes. Am I going to willingly set off their weakness policy? Yes. If they have a weakness policy. And if they didn't Dynamax Calyrex this turn, probably would have one-shot it. Yeah, you wish, bud. Oh my god. So if they do have a weakness policy, that worked out to their disbenefit. Because I would have moved before that. Okay. I mean, yeah, Dialga has 170 speed at level 100, so I probably would have moved before that. And then they would have one-shot Dialga. So that paralysis was not good for them. Well, actually, I mean, they wouldn't have one-shot Dialga. It would have been, you know, like, red hell. But we're gonna make sure we get rid of the boy. Thunder. No. Oh, because I got the defense boost. And Max Quake was not the right move there. Like, even though I could have predicted that, like, how was I supposed to know both my people were actually going to be alive at the end of that? So, Max Quake would have almost one-shot Regieleki. At this point, it doesn't look like it would have, especially with because they have the Max Quake boost. Regieleki is the problem, actually. As long as we get rid of Regieleki, we brought Lapras. And so we don't really have anything to worry about, like, besides what else. Yeah. Will we even do enough? This Max Quake might not even do enough. But that might actually be okay. So. What if I just had Thunderbolt fully done too, and I was like, go. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, in this case, it feels more important to just trick him right away. Because as long as we get it off, like, they're both just gonna get destroyed next turn. So, like, yeah, Regieleki officially just can't do anything to Lapras. Like, it's not gonna have a chance. Unless they switched out. Foul play into that Arcanine would have been nice. Burn up. Okay. So, I looked at what they had in the back, and I figured they might have brought Dracovish, like, or something, I don't know, like. So I figured Dragon Pulse, the Arcanine, in case they switch. But instead, they switch Regieleki into Whimsicott. And we get the Dragon Pulse. I guess I could have, like, Thunderbolt instead, like, I don't know. But now we got the Regieleki, who has to protect again. But it's not gonna survive the onslaught of Porygon 2. So we whittled him down, you know what I mean? You did what you gotta do. I was like, let's let Lapras get the kill. And cancel. Alright. This next opponent has a Fairy and Dragon team. So their team is very bad against Fairy Pokemon, except they have 2 Fairy Pokemon. So, you know, clearly we want to bring Indeedee, Hatterene, and then like Dialga and something, Lapras, Vikavolt. Probably Lapras, because they're dragons. Okay. Well, Hatterene does not care about your dragon energy, my guy. I generally do not do good against this, this Kyurem, actually. It's good, like, this Kyurem actually has a lot of good resistances. But what happens? The suspense. It's so suspenseful. Just show it already. Just show it. Oh no. They didn't even want it. They didn't want it. They were like, I already know what's gonna happen. Oh man. That build up though. That build up. So now we've got a pretty interesting team. I was moderately threatened. We'll say that. They've got the Lando. They've got the really big boom. They've got the other thing that was in their 3 bottom that was obvious. Tapu Fini, I guess. Okay, we get the terrain. Right. Okay. So, the nice thing about sacking Indeedee to bring in Vikavolt is both of their Pokemon are bad against Vikavolt, which means they need to try to choose what I'm going to do. Most of the time, someone is going to protect the Fini right now and try to get off a super powerful move with the Yveltal. Like, I mean, Max Airstream, yeah, but like, they could max darkness technically, and I think Vikavolt still like regular affected by it. What I'm gonna do, they actually switch out, so that would have been a really bad target for me. What I'm gonna do is know that Vikavolt is an absolute champ, and I'm gonna pretty much one-shot them with Max Lightning, because that's what Vikavolt does. You've seen him do it in another video to Yveltal Dynamax. We know it happens. Vikavolt can champ it from that health, there is no question. Goodbye. Take that, Tapu Fini. Out comes Fini again. Alright. Question of the day. If someone switches out a Pokemon because they don't want it to die, and then they switch it back in, will they protect? If they have it, yes. That's partially why they switched it out in the first place, because they think this thing's important, and they don't want anything to happen to it. So we're gonna not target Fini again, and we're gonna take out Landorus. Fini protects. Just like the Regieleki did. So my Lotto team kind of sucks so far. Like, we got Cinderace, Swoobat, Thievul, and Berserker. I mean, like, the Swoobat is the worst, honestly. Like, Swoobat just does not do anything really. Like, if you can get an unsuspecting opponent, yes, it can do something. And if you have, like, the proper redirection and whatnot, yes, it can do something. But, Evil. Really only good if you can set off the Unburden ability. And they cancel. Sorry, my guy. And actually, yeah, the freaking other Oaks Lab Pokemon, like, get out of here. Actually, I should have Max Lightning'd the Fini that turn, and I was gonna Max Flutterby their Regieleki. If Regieleki had Protect, that could have been not great for me. I mean, my real idea behind it was to lower their special attack, and say, like, even if Aleki protects right now, it's gonna harshly dampen their output of damage. So it wasn't a bad play, I mean, like, but they did have Protect, and they could have gone for it. With their all-shiny Oaks Lab big boy Pokemon. Okay, this next team, is threatening. It's like, what's gonna happen? You know what I mean? So, I just went for it. I did not go for Hatterene, because, like, Celesteela just automatically negates that. So, when I gotta go on the offensive, I know what I need. We got Dialga, and we got Vikavolt. Two absolute champs. It was hard to decide who to Dynamax here. Like, obviously Vikavolt can just stomp Celesteela Dynamax. But I did want to Dynamax Dialga, like, for longevity purposes. Like, Dialga will last a long time, even if it doesn't take out Celesteela. But depending on what they do, we definitely want to take out Celesteela as quick as possible. So, let's just deal with the Snorlax first, and we'll get there. No Protect. Flamethrower. That's not good. Okay. I mean, it didn't do everything, but it did a lot. And it took them down under a quarter of their health. Which means, yep, Citrus Berry doesn't bring them up high enough, and they can't use Belly Drum. So, I was afraid that Roar of Time would not do enough to Snorlax. I was almost positive it wouldn't. But I did know that I need to max Lightning to Celesteela this turn. And they're actually gonna Dynamax. Dynamax Celesteela. Yeah. I just knew. I had a feeling. I was like, alright, like, this is not gonna do enough. I wish it was, but it's Horsepower. Does some. It definitely does some. It didn't even do a third of my health, but it definitely did some. So I actually made a misplay right here that turned out to work. For some reason I wanted to switch out Dialga so that it didn't have to just sit there, but then I switched out Vikavolt and I was like, oh god, why did I do that? And then I was like, oh wait, is that even bad? High horsepower misses. That's unfortunate for them. It definitely was not like a game-changing play, but it does suck for them. And my accidental switching out of Vikavolt actually ended up being clutch. That was ballsy. That was ballsy. Because what if I used Trick Room? But I didn't want to use Trick Room because you know what they have in the back? Calyrex, Ice Boy, Chunky Fella, Peanut Butter and Jam. So we gotta take care of that Calyrex. I highly doubt that they're gonna Um, I highly doubt that they're gonna protect Calyp's turn 1. They might. But what I'm actually gonna do is just recover and ice and test the speed priorities. Air Swoosh misses. Very unfortunate for them. I got a crit. More unfortunate things for them. I did not think Ice Beam would take them out. High horsepower doesn't knock out. I think Glacial Lance made more sense there. Good job. So this turn we can actually just Flash Cannon Trick, or I mean, Falcon. Sorry for that clicking sound. They flamethrower they should have flamethrowered Dialga. Like what? That was such the obvious play, but I guess they wanted to let me set off their weakness policy. But then they don't even use Glacial Lance. They use high horsepower. And they're gonna get foul play. And we got a big ol' Lapras in the back. So we went for the Scrap, Indeedee, and Hatterene route this time. And we said, just bring the boys. Another miss! To be honest, it just didn't matter. They got so unlucky. It's not even funny. No! And then I set up the Trick Room. So that Thunder, I do have another person left too, but that Thunder almost never would have actually knocked out unless it was a crit. It probably wouldn't have even took me into red. It would have been like medium yellow. But that's what we got for this video. Next video, we will have more Dialga content. Probably will not release the new Lotto people yet in that video, but we've got 4 so far. And I'll keep you updated as it happens. So hope you enjoyed and have a good day.